help me. I'm really scared. Jerry collapsed. I tried calling his name, but he's not responding to me. I think he might be dead. I also tried calling Mom, but she's not picking up. What should I do? Dad, I know you're really busy with work and all, but can you come home and help me out, please?
Steph, I need you to calm down. Everything's gonna be alright. Don't worry, sweetie. Daddy's here for you. Just explain the situation to me slowly, one by one. First of all, who's Jerry? And what is he doing in our house?
Jerry is Mom's new boyfriend. She told me that he will be my new stepdad. Mom said that we'll be living with Jerry as a new family since you and Mom are already divorced. She also told me that you abandoned us because you're living with another woman, and that's why you don't even bother visiting me anymore. I'm actually not even supposed to contact you. Mom's orders.
Did your mom really say all that? I can't believe this. So that's why you haven't been answering any of my calls or responding to my texts. I'm sorry, Steph. This entire mess is a huge misunderstanding. I'll explain everything to you later. But for now, I'll call 911. The ambulance should be arriving at the house soon. Since I'm far away at the moment, I'll ask for my best friend Tim to go to your house. If there's anything you need, he'll take care of you. He says that he'll be there shortly, so don't worry and just sit tight. Alright, Steph? I know you're feeling scared, but I need you to be a big girl. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, Dad, I will. Thanks so much for your help. Hey, Dad, I just want to ask you one thing. Did you really abandon Mom and me? Are you gonna marry your new girlfriend, have kids, and start a new family with her? Are you never gonna come see me again? Am I no longer your daughter, Dad?
Oh, darling, none of that is true. I have never abandoned you, and I never will. How can a father abandon his own child? You are the pride and joy of my life, Steph. I hope you never forget that. Don't worry about a thing. Just wait patiently for Tim to arrive. He should be there in a few minutes. In the meantime, Daddy will book the earliest flight back home. I'm looking for tickets right now. I'll try get to you as soon as I can.
Really? Oh, thank goodness. Thanks, Dad, for not abandoning me. Honestly, I've been really scared for a while. I had a pretty rough time while you were away in Jakarta.
Why? What's the matter, Angel?
Mom doesn't come home often. She says that it's because she's so busy with work. She doesn't cook anything for me, so most of the time there's no food at home. That's why I'm often hungry. Also, Mom doesn't really do the laundry anymore, so my clothes are always dirty. The kids at school often make fun of me. They ask me why I don't shower, or why my clothes are always so smelly. When I ask Mom about it, she tells me it's all Daddy's fault. It's because you never give us money to spend on the important things. She said that if I had a problem with our current living situation, that I should blame it on you.
Did your mom really say all of that to you? I don't believe this.
Also, Mom only pretends to act nicely in front of me when Jerry's at home, but when her boyfriend's not around, Mom treats me like an unwanted piece of trash. She would curse and yell at me almost every day. Often, she would tell me that I'm just a dead weight. I don't know why Mom hates me so much.
What? I can't believe what I'm hearing. Steph, are you really being serious? What's your mom doing right now? Where is she?
She went out to buy some cake for her friend. It's his birthday tomorrow.
Okay, got it. Steph, I'm gonna try calling your mom. Alright, sweetheart? Just wait a bit.
Okay, Dad. Are you really coming to see me? Do you promise?
Yep, I just booked a ticket, so I should be arriving home by this evening. I'll be able to see you then.
Really? Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see you tonight. Thank you so much, Daddy.
You don't have to thank me. That's what dads do. Of course, I've missed you so much, sweetheart. I wanted to see you for the longest time. Don't worry about a thing, Steph. From now on, I promise not to let you starve. Daddy will make sure to fix all the problems at home.
Really? I'm so glad. Thanks, Dad. I love you.
My name is Todd, and I'm 40 years old. My precious daughter, Steph, means the world to me. She'll be turning 10 later this year. Last year, I was appointed to an overseas job post in Jakarta by my company. I've been working there ever since. Because it was a long-term stay, I wanted to bring my wife and my daughter with me. My wife, on the other hand, didn't want to leave the US. I didn't want to force them to adapt to an unknown country where the language, culture, and social expectations were different from what we're used to. So I agreed to let my wife and daughter stay at home. At least they would be in a familiar environment, surrounded by friends and family. Since the general cost of living in Indonesia was lower than back at home, I didn't have to spend much on daily necessities. As for the remainder of my salary, I created a joint checking account with my wife. I made sure to regularly deposit enough cash for my family to live off of. Or so I thought. I was shocked to hear that my wife didn't have enough money to buy food or clothes for our daughter. But when I heard about a new stepdad, I felt like my world had completely fallen apart. And to think that the man who is now Steph's stepdad has collapsed inside my home, I was at a complete loss for words. But I had to do something. I quickly pulled myself together and asked my best friend Tim to go on over to my house to check on my daughter. As for me, I took the earliest flight back home. I was due to arrive later that evening.
Honey, what is going on? Have you finally returned home from Jakarta? Why didn't you tell me you were coming home? You should have at least given me a heads up. By the way, I noticed that you had changed the lock on our front door. What's up with that? Are you trying to play games with me, Todd?
That's exactly what I wanted to ask you, Jackie. Are you messing with me? For the past year, I've been working my butt off in a foreign country to earn money for the family. And what have you been doing behind my back? I heard that you neglected our daughter, treating her with disdain and depriving her of love and care. On top of that, you were cheating on me with another guy. What did you do with all the money I sent you? Did you splurge it on yourself? On your new boyfriend? How could you let your own daughter starve? Do you not see how bare-boned she's become? How can you call yourself her mother?
Stop talking so big, Todd. Do you really think that the money you sent us was sufficient? It wasn't even enough to get by. You've always given me the bare minimum, but every time you manage to exaggerate how much financial support you've given to your family. Trying to make yourself look more impressive to other people, huh? You really haven't changed at all, then and now. But Jerry's completely different. He runs his own small business and earns a 6-figure salary. He gives me everything I want and need, emotionally and financially. Jerry accepts me for who I am, even though I'm a married woman with a daughter. He's also been kind to Steph, even though she's not his biological daughter. While you were away in Indonesia, Jerry was always the first person to rush over to our house whenever we were in trouble. He helped fix our broken air conditioning unit when it was sweltering 100 degrees outside during the summer. He was the one who called 911 when a burglar broke into our house in the middle of the evening. That's why I respect and admire Jerry. He's 10 times more reliable and trustworthy than you'll ever be, Todd. I'm sure Steph feels the same way about him.
You are sure bold for someone who has committed adultery right before her daughter's eyes. Don't you feel ashamed at all? Or feel sorry towards Steph? When our daughter grows older, she'll become resentful to you for what you've done. Are you prepared for that, Jackie?
It looks like you care about Steph way more than me. Why don't you just take her and raise her yourself? I never wanted that child. She's such a spoiled brat. I can't stand her. I don't have any affection toward that girl. It would be so much better if she just disappeared from my life.
How could you be so cruel? How can you say such a horrid thing about your own daughter, your own flesh and blood? Don't you feel bad for Steph at all? This is how she's being treated by her own birth mother.
I never had any intention of having kids to begin with. That's why I've secretly been taking birth control for the first 2 years of our marriage. Unfortunately, I ended up getting pregnant anyway. I was only planning on living with you for the time being until a better, wealthier man came into my life. And because I suddenly got pregnant with that child, I got trapped into this hell of a marriage for 10 whole years. All this time, I've been discouraged because I thought there was no way out. I wanted my freedom. I wanted my Prince Charming to come rescue me from this loveless marriage. Fortunately, my prayers were finally answered when Jerry came into my life, a handsome, wealthy CEO. I feel like we were fated to be with one another. Jerry appeared at the perfect time, right when I needed him most.
You were on birth control the entire time? Without my knowledge? Since you've had such a hard time conceiving a child, I took extra care not to pressure you to go see a gynecologist. I tried my best to be considerate of your emotions as possible, but for what? Only to be stabbed in the back by my own wife? God, I feel dumb and naive for trusting you. I should have known better. So what do you want to do? Are you looking to get a divorce from me so that you can go and live with your wealthy boyfriend?
Yeah, that's exactly what I want. Todd, let's get divorced. I am through this marriage. Jerry already proposed to me. He promised to make me the happiest woman in the world. When that day comes, I'll be embarking on a new life, living freely in wealth and luxury. The best part is, I won't have to worry about raising a kid anymore. Hurrah! Listen, Todd, I'll make you a deal. I'll give you full custody of your precious daughter, Steph. You can raise her however you like. And you give me a quick, painless divorce. How does that sound? Raising a child has been such a pain. If I really wanted kids later on, I can have more after I remarry. But I found out the hard way that it's not worth it to be trapped in a stressful marriage all because of a child, and to deal with a nagging mother-in-law on top of that. Ugh.
Jackie, you do realize if we get divorced, you will bear the blame for ending the marriage. Which means that you'll have to pay me alimony. Do you understand that?
What do you think I am? A clueless idiot? Money is not an issue, Todd. I can ask my boyfriend for as much as I need, so no need to worry about that. Just agree to the divorce, and we'll both be on our way.
I wonder if that guy is actually crazy enough to pay for your alimony and marry a cheating wife like you.
What the hell do you mean?
Well, you were cheating while you were still married to me. Why? Did you lie to your boyfriend and tell him that you're already divorced?
How did you find out about that?
Last night, I went to the hospital where Jerry was being treated. He told me the whole story of your relationship with him, including how it all began. Apparently, you told him that I cheated on you with another woman. He thought that you were a divorcee who was going through a hard time raising a child on her own. Jerry didn't suspect anything because he believed in you and your lies. He was just as gullible as I had been. He knew that you wanted to live like a queen in a luxurious mansion, and he wanted to make your dream come true. That's why he dedicated himself to his business day and night until one day he collapsed from overexhaustion.
Is that why Jerry refused to see me when I visited him in the hospital the other day? Are you telling me that he trusts you, someone he just met, over the woman he's known for a year? I just don't get it. Why would he do something like that?
Probably because I saved his life. If I hadn't called the ambulance, his life could have been in danger. Jerry thanked me numerous times for saving his life. He also apologized to me profusely. He had no idea that he was dating a married woman. He said over and over again that he was sorry for inadvertently ruining our marriage. Jerry offered to pay for the alimony, even though it wasn't necessary for him to do so. And most importantly, he promised to never see you again. Ever.
Are you being serious, Todd? Is everything you said really true? What am I supposed to do from now on? How am I supposed to live? I agreed to date that guy even though he's 10 years older than me. I took pity on him because his entire family has a history of cancer. And now he's refusing to see me? What a shameless, despicable guy he is. Doesn't it upset you at all, Todd, to see your own wife being disgraced like this?
Were you planning on getting remarried with the hopes that your new husband would die early from cancer? Jerry was completely deceived by your lies. Your plan had been completely and meticulously thought out and executed, with no room for doubt or skepticism. You're a real cunning woman, Jackie, a truly dangerous and evil character. I am such an idiot for not realizing what a shallow and materialistic person you are. From now on, I'm going to cut you out of my life. You're nothing but a filthy piece of human trash. I'm going to raise Steph on my own, and the two of us are going to live happily without you. So just make sure to pay the alimony on time, all right?
No, I'm not getting a divorce. Not yet, anyway. I haven't found my next Prince Charming yet. If I get a divorce now, how am I supposed to support myself?
Was I really a fool all this time for believing in all the shameless nonsense that you've been spewing around? If we can't agree to a divorce by mutual consent, I'll hire a lawyer and file a lawsuit against you. Just a heads up. Soon afterwards, I was able to get a divorce from my ex-wife. I also received full custody of my daughter, Steph. My ex-wife tried to take back custody of my daughter in order to extort child support from me. But there was no way the court would grant custody to a woman who was caught committing adultery, not to mention neglecting and abusing her child. After speaking with the boss at my company, I was able to get transferred back to the US to be closer to my daughter. Despite my pathetic culinary skills, Steph would often say that my cooking is the best. Her personal favorite is scrambled eggs for breakfast. The other day, I burnt some Eggo waffles by accident. Without any complaint, Steph took a butter knife and scraped off the burnt edges. Sometimes I feel like my daughter acts quite mature for her age. I love seeing the joy on Steph's face whenever I give her a present for her birthday or for a holiday like Christmas. My daughter has an incredible gift for being able to appreciate even the smallest things in life. Seeing her big, bright smile light up the room, I moved to tears. Partially because of happiness, but also because of the experiences that she had to endure while living with my ex-wife. But I realize that we can't dwell in the past forever. My daughter and I have decided that it's best to forget about her mother and move on with our lives. So now, we have completely erased Jackie from our memories. I'll continue to do my best to create more happy memories with my daughter. I'm sure there will be plenty more good days to come. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.